Hello students, welcome to Affairscloud. My name is Vikas. So friends, we have an application by the name Careers Cloud which you can go and download through the Play Store. And once you have downloaded, you can log in with your Gmail ID. And why I am suggesting you this application, because this is the one-stop solution for all the current affairs. This is the best of the best application and the platform where you can enhance your learning through help. Here you will be provided with multiple courses. Here you will be provided with multiple options of quizzes, and even you will be provided current affairs on daily basis. PDFs and quizzes will be provided to you on daily basis, both in Hindi as well as English. Here you will be provided current affairs with weekly basis and monthly basis also. Here remember, once you have done watching our video, then you can log in through this application, take out the PDF, read that PDF and go through the quizzes. That will enhance your preparation. Same you have to do for weekly and same you have to do for the monthly also. In monthly you will be provided with the top 100 important questions PDF and video also, that will enhance your learning, and it will be a very beneficial and important video for the revision perspective. And not just this friends, apart from this we also provide you banking and economic questions. We provide you state current affairs such as of Uttarakhand, UP, Tripura, Telangana, and many more. Not just this, apart from this, we also provide you topic wise current affairs, and the topics that we are providing you are really important. These topics are such as national affairs, international affairs, important days, sports, defense, science and technology, apps and web portals, obituary. These are the important topics that are being asked in various exams across India. So these are the topics that are must and should be covered and will be beneficial for the preparation of the students.
Hello everyone. So in this video, we will be discussing important current affairs for 25th of November. The session will be quite interesting, so do pay attention till the end. So let's start. First, we are discussing national affairs, and in national affairs too, we will be talking about the highlights of President Draupadi Murmu's visit to Odisha and Andhra Pradesh, that was between 20th to 22nd of November. Right, during her visit, remember, President Draupadi Murmu ma'am, along with Arjun Munda, who is our Union Minister of Tribal Affairs, inaugurated the new Eklavya Model Residential Schools campus at Mayurbhanj in Odisha. Right, we are talking about EMRS. Now, what is this EMRS? This is your Eklavya Model Residential Schools, right? First, we'll go through some of the things that were inaugurated by her, and then we will be proceeding to. But let's start with EMRS, right? That is Eklavya Model Residential Schools. This is a central sector scheme. The aim here is to provide quality education to the tribal students, right? This is for providing quality education to tribal students. EMRS, right? And this EMRS, that is Eklavya Model Residential Schools, this scheme was started in 1997 or 1998. The scheme is monitored by Ministry of Tribal Affairs and National Education Society for Students, and it is this here NESTS, this is the implementing agency of this particular scheme. And then in 2019, Government of India sanctioned 452 new EMRS in every tribal block with 50% or more scheduled tribe population and etc. Right? Just remember this. Then next thing, remember here only, first thing that we saw, that she inaugurated this EMRS campus in Kuliana, Mayurbhanj in Odisha. Then second thing, remember, she flagged off 3 new trains from Badamparar railway station in Mayurbhanj, Odisha. Right? So 3 new trains were recently inaugurated by her in Odisha. Then apart from this, third thing, remember, she launched the education campaign title, that is New Education for New India. New Education for New India. Right? This was also inaugurated by her. This is the campaign theme. Then fourth, remember, she graced the convocation of Veer Surendrai Sai University of Technology in Odisha and Sri Satya Sai Institute, that is in Andhra Pradesh. Correct. So these are some of the highlights of Draupadi ma'am's visit to Odisha and Andhra Pradesh. And we have seen what is EMRS. EMRS is your Eklavya Model Residential Schools, and it is to provide quality education to the tribal students. If we talk about Odisha, who is the Chief Minister of Odisha? Naveen Patnaik. Who is the Governor of Odisha? Raghubar Das. What is the capital of Odisha? Bhubaneswar. Then in Odisha only, remember, there are national parks such as your Simlipal National Park and Bhitarkarnika National Park. Then apart from this, we saw there was a campaign that was launched by her, that is New Education for New India, right? President Draupadi Murmu ma'am launched this education campaign, that is New Education for New India, and it is for Brahma Kumaris in Sabalpur, Odisha. The event was organized by Brahma Kumari Ishwarya University, and the main aim of this campaign is to instill moral values in students which can help in creating a better society. She further highlighted the importance of moral education in shaping responsible citizens and bringing positive changes in the society. Next. Next is, which department recently signed a memorandum of understanding with ISKCON Temple for Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan in order to help young generation of India or young population of India in order for them to give up on this drugs, right? Because drugs are bad things, right? Drugs, when they are consumed in excess amount, they are very bad for it. But you should also know that medicines that we consume, they are also known as drugs, right? But these are the drugs that are prescribed by a doctor in very limited amount, right? But these drugs, when consumed in excess, they are very bad for health, right? They are very bad for your mental peace. You won't be able to study, you won't be able to concentrate. So that going and consuming drugs are very bad thing, right? So even it is suggested that no individual of any age should consider drugs as an option, right? It is a very bad thing. So coming back, in order for this Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan, which department recently signed a memorandum of understanding with ISKCON, right? Which is it? First of all, tell me this. It is your Department of Social Justice and Empowerment, right? They recently signed this memorandum of understanding with ISKCON for Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan, correct? And it is basically for combating drug abuse and building a healthier addiction free nation. Then we saw this ISKCON. We know that ISKCON is a chain of temples, right? But what is the full form of this ISKCON? Here you can see International Society for Krishna Consciousness, correct? It is ISKCON. Here, this collaboration will help in spreading the message of Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan among the youth, women, and students. Then, if we talk about this Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan, this was launched on 15th of August in 2020 by Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment, and it was a campaign that was basically in order to help reduce the substance abuse or your drug abuse. This will create awareness about the ill effects of a substance abuse among the youth, right? Then apart from this, friends, tell me, if I ask you, who has been appointed as the Chief Executive Officer of Penguin Random House India? Not India, just tell me who has been appointed as the new CEO of Penguin Random House, that is the publication house. So right option here becomes Nihar Malviya, right? Nihar Malviya has been appointed as the CEO of Penguin Random House. And who has been reappointed as the MD, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of HDFC Bank? Shashidhar Jagdishan. Next is Headquarters, Integrated Defense Staff and CSIR. They signed this MOU for joint research and development in defense technology. It is Headquarters, Integrated Defense Staff and CSIR. They recently signed a memorandum of understanding for doing research and development in defense technology, right? In order to grow, in order to do research and development in defense, to come up with new technologies, to come up with the better versions of the technologies that are already present. For this, an MOU, that is Memorandum of Understanding, was signed between Integrated Defense Staff, that is Headquartered Integrated Defense Staff, and CSIR. This was signed in New Delhi. And this particular Memorandum of Understanding will provide a framework for initiating collaborative interaction between the CSIR labs and HQ, IDS and armed forces, that are your Indian Army, Navy and Indian Air Force. Here the partnership will focus on enhancing scientific understanding of defense related technologies, developing dual use technologies related to defense, and undertaking joint research and development in dual use technology, right? So coming back, remember, it is Headquarter Integrated Defense Staff, they recently signed a memorandum of understanding with CSIR, and this was for research and development in defense technology. Moving on, next is Ostra Hind. Ostra Hind 2023. This was an exercise that was held in which country? Here, the location of that particular country is being asked to you. But first of all, tell me this Ostra Hind. This exercise was conducted between which two countries? So, Ostra Hind is an exercise that is conducted between the armies. That is, this is conducted between the army of India and Australia. Then next thing is location where this exercise was conducted. So here this time in 2023 this exercise was conducted in Australia, right? Australia 2023, that is Ostra Hind. Then this was in Australia too, that was in Perth, and this was from 22nd of December till 6th of 22nd of November till 6th of December this exercise is going. That means as of now this exercise is currently going on in Perth, Australia, that is Ostra Hind 2023, an exercise held between the Indian Army and Australian Army. Then from Indian contingent, remember from Indian side 60 personals took part in this exercise from the Gorkha Rifles. Now this question can also be asked that who took part from the Indian Army in this Ostra Hind exercise, or which regiment or which battalion took part? So it is the battalion, 60 personals from a battalion of Gorkha Rifles that took part in this exercise. One officer from Indian Navy and 20 officers from Indian Air Force took part in this particular exercise. Right? So this was it. But one more thing, remember recently Australia invited India to take part in one of the largest multinational biennial exercise by the name Talisman Sabre. This exercise will be conducted in 2025, right? Next, Tarang. Next is Tarang Shakti. Tarang Shakti is an exercise will be conducted in 2024, and it will be an air combat exercise where Australia will be participating in this exercise, and this will be hosted by our India, right? And it is an air force exercise. Tarang Shakti. Moving on. Which country inaugurated world's largest single site solar power plant? So, world's largest single solar site power plant was inaugurated where? It was inaugurated in UAE. What is the name of this project? It is Al Dhafra Solar Photovoltaic Project, right? Al Dhafra Solar Photovoltaic Project. This is the world's largest single site solar power plant that was inaugurated in UAE. This is a 2 gigawatt Al Dhafra solar photovoltaic power plant that is located in Abu Dhabi in UAE, right? Next, here you can see UAE, they inaugurated this Al Dhafra solar photovoltaic project that is the world's largest single site solar power plant, and it is of 2 gigawatt. Next, which organization has approved a $500 million loan for healthcare and medical education in Maharashtra? So remember Asian Development Bank, right? They have approved a loan package of $500 million for Maharashtra tertiary care and medical education sector development program. So we can say in Maharashtra, in order to provide better healthcare and to provide better education facilities, to come up with new technologies and new systems, for this Asian Development Bank has approved a loan of $500 million. Here the program aims to develop tertiary care and medical education infrastructure using the sector development program. Right? Here Mumbai, Maharashtra based L&T Finance Limited, remember they have signed a pact with Asian Development Bank for $125 million. L&T, right? They have signed a pact with L&T with Asian Development Bank for here $125 million, and they will be supporting the financing in the rural and urban areas of India, especially for women borrowers, and help them to grow. So coming back, Asian Development Bank, who is the president here? Matsusugu Asakawa. Headquarters is in Manila, Philippines, and it was established in 1966. So here you can see it is Asian Development Bank, and for the healthcare and medical education system in Maharashtra, a $500 million loan was approved by Asian Development Bank. Right here, this will reduce the burden of Maharashtra on various diseases such as your malaria, then HIV/AIDS, then tuberculosis, correct? And this, with this amount, we can use better use of the domestic as well as we can import the international machinery for this purpose, right? Then apart from this, friends, one more data you need to remember. World Bank recently reported, a report was released by World Bank, and it stated that almost 132 million people may be forced into extreme poverty, by 2030, and this is due to various climate change, right? This data is because of climate change. Moving on. Next, the Global Fund, along with which organization signed a memorandum of understanding to tackle the impact of climate change on health? So remember, recently, which or the Global Fund, along with which organization, they recently signed a memorandum of understanding where they will be talking about the impact of health or impact of climate change on health. Which is it? Tell me. So it is World Bank, right? World Bank and the Global Fund, along with the Global Fund, they recently signed a memorandum of understanding, and it is for tackling the impact of climate change on health. That how the climate change is impacting health, right? And we just saw here, right, that World Bank, they released a report that stated that almost 132 million people will be facing extreme poverty by the year 2030, right? And here where we can see that under this MOU various efforts will be taken care, that how can we reduce the climate change, or how can we improve the effect on our climate, how can we make our environment clean, and because of that, and because of the rising population in our environment, the effect that we are having on our health will lead to multiple disease, right? We know that because of the ozone layer, right? First, just a small concept, ozone layer is O3, right? And which radiation is being protected by ozone layer? It is ultraviolet radiation. If there is no ozone layer, all these UV rays will be falling on the earth surface, and they will be falling on our skin, and because of that we can also develop cancer if there is no ozone layer, right? That is the reason it is said that we need ozone layer, and because it is protecting us from these harmful UV radiations. Similarly, if pollution increases, right, this ozone layer will deplete, it will come down and down in the size, and because of that all these situations can arise. Apart from it, this, because of pollution, we can see the rise in cases of tuberculosis, right? We are seeing the rise in cases of malaria, correct? And in order to support and in order to take care of such situation, this MOU was signed between the Global Fund and World Bank, where we will be working towards reducing the impact of the climate change on our health, right? And we just saw that report that was released by World Bank that stated 132 million people will be facing poverty before by 2030 because of the climate change. Next is HSBC India and UK Export Finance. They have tied up for $100 million pound financing program. I repeat, Hong Kong and Shanghai Banking Corporation Limited, that is HSBC India, they have signed a letter of intent with UK Export Finance, correct? And this is the UK's export credit agency, and this tie-up between this UK Export Finance and HSBC India was to establish a financing program of £100 million. This program will be helping MSMEs and corporates for their financing their imports from UK, and HSBC India and UK Export Finance will collaborate to originate, structure and extend financing and credit facilities for the Indian MSMEs. This program also supports corporates in financing their imports from UK, which boosts the trade ties between these two countries, that is between India and UK. Right? So coming back, which two countries recently, or which two organization tied up for $100 million Pound Financing Program, it is HSBC India, and UK Export Finance, right? Next. Next is Amazon. Who is the CEO of Amazon? Andy Jassy, right? Amazon and DGFT, that is Directorate General of Foreign Trade, they recently came together, right, and they signed a memorandum of understanding where they will be leveraging various districts as export hubs initiative and boost the MSME products from India, right, and or basically boost these MSME products and export these products. We know in India as of now there is a trade finance, or we can say trade deficit, not finance, trade deficit. Because of this trade deficit we are seeing, and this is one of the main reason, this is not the only reason, but this is one of the main reason because of which we are seeing that the dollar is strengthening and the value of our INR is decreasing, right? This trade effect, then we are seeing that global supply of dollars, we are seeing the recession news, all these things are impacting, but we are seeing that the INR value is going down as compared to that of dollar. We saw that it recently touched the mark of 85 rupees. As of now it is hovering between 83 point something rupees per dollar, right? Because of this only we are seeing all this impact. Now how the export will be helping India? Now we have seen that the amount of a dollar in compared to rupees is rising, right? $1 is 83 now. As if we export more, right, under our initiative of Make in India, right, that we want to make all the products in India only, as we make more and more products and we start exporting them, then the amount of money that we will be receiving will be more as compared to we were receiving earlier. Say for a month or a year back we were receiving almost say 70 rupees per dollar. Now we will be getting 83 rupees per dollar if we export. But if we import more, then the amount of money that we need to spend will also increase, and this gap between the import and export is way too much in India. We are importing more as compared to the export we are doing, so we need to increase our export. For that reason only Amazon and DGFT, they signed a memorandum of understanding to leverage various districts to make them export hubs and to boost the MSME products and export them to different parts of the world. Simple. Moving on. Here you can see Amazon and West Bengal Industrial Development Corporation, they also signed a memorandum of understanding that will enable MSMEs and boost e-commerce export from West Bengal during the 7th edition of the Bengal Global Business Summit. This collaboration aligns with the vision of the district as export hub initiative under the foreign trade policy. This is also important, take a note of it friends, right? District as export hub initiative, where districts will be set up where they will be exporting various products. This will focus on establishing dedicated e-commerce export hubs in key districts across West Bengal. Next, awards and recognition. REC, Rural Electrification Corporation Limited, honored with the Best Employer in Diversity and Inclusion Award by ASSOCHAM. Right, I repeat, REC, they have received the Best Employer for Policies in Diversity and Inclusion Award, and they were awarded with this award by whom? ASSOCHAM in New Delhi, and it was during the 4th Diversity and Inclusion Excellence Awards and Conclave 2023 organized by ASSOCHAM. Right, if we talk about REC, it was established in 1969. It is a Maharatna CPSE, right? It also received Best Central PSU Award in the Financial Service category. Correct? Next is appointments and resignation. As it is nutrition, this is the name of the fitness and sports brand. They have recently appointed Indian cricketer Ravindra Jadeja as their brand ambassador. The name of the brand is As It Is Nutrition. If we talk about Mahendra Singh Dhoni, he is the brand ambassador of SBI. He is the brand ambassador of Geomart, Puma India, Reebok, right? And apart from this, not Puma, Reebok and Swaraj Tractors. Swaraj Tractors, right? Next is Sportsbazi has appointed Afghan cricketer Rashid Khan as their brand ambassador. I repeat, Sportsbazi, that is a sports gaming platform, and they have appointed Afghanistan spinner Rashid Khan Arman as their brand ambassador. Moving on. Next we are talking about Wushu Championship 2023, right? World Wushu Championship 2023. Here India has won 1 silver and 2 bronze medal in this World Wushu Championship 2023. Where this was held? This was held in Texas in USA. Right, World Wushu Championship. It was from 16th to 20th of November in Texas, USA. And here India won 1 silver and 2 bronze. In 1 silver, it was won by whom? It was won by Roshi Bina Devi. Roshi Bina Devi, she won silver medal, and Kushal Kumar and Chavi Ruhela, they won bronze medal. So India won a total of 3 medals here. Correct? Mark this. Then next, if I ask you when was the first edition of the World Wushu Championship held? It was held in 1991 and it was in Beijing, China. Right? Moving on. Next is Anurag Singh Thakur has announced the first ever Khelo India Para Games. I repeat, Anurag Singh Thakur, our Minister of Union Minister of the Ministry of Youth Affairs, Anurag Singh Thakur, has announced the first ever Khelo India Para Games 2023, where these games will be held in New Delhi. This is the location that you need to remember. So, where are these games going to be held? That is the Khelo India Para Games 2023. That is the first ever or the inaugural edition in New Delhi, and it will be from in December 10th to December 17th. Correct? Next is Justice Fatima Bevi, India's first women judge of Supreme Court, recently passed away. As you can see him in the picture. See here in the picture, Justice M. Fatima Bevi, that is India's first women judge of Supreme Court of India and former governor of Tamil Nadu, passed away at the age of 96 in Kollam, Kerala. Right? Next is we are talking about a book. IGNCA, that is Indira Gandhi National Center for Arts, they have launched a book titled Mapping of the Archives in India. This book was authored by whom? This book was authored by Professor Ramesh Chandra Gaur and Vismay Basu in an event held in New Delhi. This book was released. So who are the authors of this book? That is the Mapping of the Archive in India. It was authored by Professor Ramesh Chandra Gaur and Vismay Basu. This book was launched during Indira Gandhi National Center for Arts, an event that was held at Indira Gandhi National Center for Arts. It is in New Delhi. And this book was published by whom? Published by INGCA. Right? Along with the support of UNESCO. Correct? Mark this. Right? We have seen the author and who published this book. It was published by them. So friends, these are your important current affairs for the day. Now let's go for a quick one-liner revision. President Draupadi Murmu ma'am visited Odisha and Andhra Pradesh between 20 to 22nd of November, and we have seen things about her, right? You can read it directly from the notes. Then Department of Social Justice and Empowerment, they signed an MOU with ISKCON for Nasha Mukt Bharat Abhiyan. Headquarters, Integrated Defence Staff and CSIR, they signed an MOU for a joint research and development in the defence technology. Then Indian Armed Forces participated in an exercise, that is Ostra Hind 2023 in Australia. UAE inaugurated Al Dafra solar photovoltaic project, that is the world's largest single-site solar power plant. Then Asian Development Bank has approved $500 million loan for healthcare medical education in Maharashtra. World Bank and the Global Fund, they signed an MOU to tackle the impact of climate change on health. HSBC India and UK Export Finance, they tied up for a £100 million financing program. Amazon and DGFT, they signed an MOU to leverage districts as exports hubs initiative and boost MSME exports from India. REC honored with the Best Employer in Diversity and Inclusion Award by Assocham. Indian cricketer Ravindra Jadeja appointed as the brand ambassador of As It Is Nutrition. India has won 1 silver and 2 bronze medals in the World Wushu Championship 2023. Anurag Singh Thakur has announced first ever Khelo India Para Games. Justice Fatima Bibi, India's first women judge of Supreme Court, recently passed away. IGNCA, they have launched a book that was titled Mapping of the Archives in India. So friends, these were your important current affairs for the day. Now let's move to some revision current affairs. They will be beneficial for your learning. Let's start. What is the name of the new brand launched by NCOL? What is NCOL? National Cooperative Organics Limited. National Cooperative Organics Limited. Right? They have recently launched a new brand, that is Bharat Organics. Correct? This is the name of the new brand launched by NCOL. The brand was launched during a day, that is one day national symposium on promoting organic products. Correct? As the name suggests, Bharat Organics. So basically here on this one day national symposium that was on promoting national products, this was launched by NCOL, that is Bharat Organics. Here you can see Amit Shah, he launched this brand Bharat Organics of NCOL. The brand was launched during one day national symposium. It was on promoting organic products through cooperatives organized by NCOL. Right? Apart from this, remember a total of 20 organic products. 20 organic products will be launched by December 2023 and the benefits will be directed towards farmers producing them. Also, Amit Shah has also launched a website of National Dairy Development Board, correct? And apart from this, remember, if we talk about NCOL, NC, that is your National Cooperative Organics or National Cooperative Organics Limited. The main name of this NCOL is basically to increase the profits of farmers. Correct? Next is Eco Warrior. Eco Warrior Awards. Right? If we are talking about Eco Warrior Award and India's first ever dedicated award show for India Forest Service Officer, IFR officers. Correct? That is Indian Forest Service Officers. This is your Eco Warrior Award. So question can be asked is what is the name of the first ever dedicated award show for Indian Forest Service Officers? It is Eco Warrior Award 2023. Where was this held? This was held in New Delhi and it is to honor the exceptional individuals and their initiatives that made a significant impact on the environment, conservation and sustainable practices. The awards here were distributed by Bhupendra Yadav, who is our Union Minister of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Correct? Here, if we talk about Eco Warriors Award, they were organized by Indian Masterminds and Indian Forest Service Association. Then here, remember, the awards were given in 5 categories, that is wildlife conservation, wildlife protection, forest protection, best use of technology for conservation and award for community connect. Here you need to remember, if we talk about wildlife conservation, it will be Dr. Mohan Ram. For, let me write here, for wildlife conservation, Dr. Mohan Ram was awarded with the prize. With for wildlife protection, this is different, wildlife conservation and wildlife protection. For wildlife protection, he will be Ritesh Sarothia. Correct? These two are important. I want you to take a screenshot, pause the video, note them down. Right? Moving on. So coming back, the first ever award show for Indian Forest Service Officers, that is Eco Warrior Award, held in New Delhi, organized by Indian Masterminds and Indian Forest Service Association. And this award was distributed by Bhupendra Yadav ji, who is our Minister of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Correct? And for wildlife conservation, Dr. Mohan Ram, and for wildlife protection, Ritesh Sarothia. Next, NPCI, that is National Payment Corporation of India, has appointed Pankaj Tripathi as the UPI Safety Ambassador. He's a very famous actor, right? And to strengthen and save the use of UPI, also to promote safety and awareness of the digital payment platform, that is UPI, Pankaj Tripathi has been recently appointed as their brand ambassador of UPI Safety Ambassador. Correct? Mark this. Then if we talk about Pankaj Tripathi sir, he is a Bollywood actor and he featured first in 2004. Then he became famous. He's also famous by the role of Kaleen Bhaiya. He won National Film Award in 2018. Then this was the first. Then second National Film Award in 2023. Then if we talk about NPCI, National Payment Corporation of India, who is the chairman, Mr. Dilip Asbe. Then non-executive chairman here is Mr. B. Mohapatra. And where is the headquarters of NPCI? It is in Mumbai, Maharashtra, and it was established in 2008. Next, Next is Indian Army set to induct Hermes 900 Starliner drone of Israel. As you can see in the picture, this is Hermes 900 Starline drone and Heron Mark II drones. Correct? They are of Iran and they will be inducted into the Indian Army. So two drones we are talking about. First is Hermes 900 and second is Heron Mark II. Right? These are the two drones of Israel. They will be inducted into Indian Army. Remember, Indian Army, Indian Navy, and Indian Force, they have awarded the contract to buy two male UAS from Israel through the fourth tranche of emergency procurement. And what is this MALE? That is medium altitude long endurance unmanned aircraft system, and they will be procured from Israel. Which are they two? They are your Hermes 900 and Heron Mark II drones. These are the two drones that will be procured under MALE, that is medium altitude long endurance UAS unmanned aircraft system. They will be procured from Israel. Next, global TB report was released by which organization? See, TB is your tuberculosis. It is a disease that is caused in the lungs. Correct? It is a communicable disease, right? And question asked here is that this global TB report was released by which organization? This was released by World Health Organization, and according to this report, almost 7.5 million people across the globe were diagnosed with tuberculosis in 2022. Right, and this is the highest ever record since 1995, and this can be because of the COVID-19. Correct. Also, the report assessed the data from 192 countries with more than 99% of the population. Correct. And also remember, as we know, TB, it is a disease caused in lungs, communicable disease. Released this report, global TB report released by WHO, and here it stated that 7.5 million people were diagnosed with tuberculosis alone in 2022. Correct? Next. Next, here you can see this global TB report, and 7.5 million people were diagnosed with TB alone in 2022. Apart from this, remember, TB related deaths decreased by 19% from 2015 to 2022, falling short of WHO's 75% reduction by 2025. Right? Also remember, the UN high level meeting on TB, that is on tuberculosis, that was held in 2018, committed their new goals of reducing tuberculosis for the period 2023 till 2027 by almost 90%. That means during this period, 90% of the cases of TB can be reduced. Next. Next is India. They signed a pact on regulations of medical products with which country? So remember, India and Netherlands. And Netherlands recently signed an MOU or a pact with India, and this was a memorandum of intent. Correct? This was for cooperation on medical products regulation. This will enhance the quality of the medical products, healthcare services for both the nations. Correct? And this MOU, where this was, this MOI, that is memorandum of intent, where this was signed at Hague in Netherlands. So coming back, recently India and Netherlands, they signed a memorandum of intent. This was for the regulation of the medicinal products, and this will enhance the quality of the medicinal products. It will enhance the healthcare services for both the nation. Correct? Apart from this, remember, if we talk about WLPF, what is this WLPF? WLPF is your World Local Production Forum. World Local Production Forum. Correct? This was the second edition of this World Local Production Forum. This was held in Hague, Netherlands. It was from 6th to 8th of November. Right? And this World Local Production Forum, basically it enhances the access to medicines and other healthcare technologies, and it is an initiative of WHO that will provide the member states and the global community with regular platform to galvanize their collection action, foster partnership and sustainable local production. Apart from this, the main aim of this is to increase the access to medicines and other healthcare technologies, to leverage regional and global partnership, to explore collective strategies and actions and to enhance the impact on the global health security. So this is your World Local Production Forum. This also you need to remember. Next, which state has stopped the not stopped, which state has stopped the mutual fund investment in India? So it is Maharashtra, and this is an important question. The state from which maximum number of people invested the maximum amount has been Maharashtra, and they have topped the mutual fund investment in India. Correct. And remember here, this data was released by AMFI, that is Association of Mutual Funds in India. Here Maharashtra emerged as the leader in mutual funds investment in India during July to September quarter, that is the second quarter of fiscal year 24, with a equity asset of 7.47 lakh crore investment, right? And the total investment in mutual fund is of around 25.85 lakh crore, out of which 7 lakh was invested by Maharashtra. It was followed by Gujarat on second position, Karnataka on third position, and Delhi was ranked on fourth position. Next is your homework section. First, which institution released the 14th Emissions Gap Report 2023? Second, Vajra Prahar 2023 is a joint exercise between which countries? Third, atmospheric waves experiment is associated with which space agency? So these are your 3 homework questions, friends. I want to see maximum participation of the students watching this video. And if you find the session interesting, all you have to do is like the video and comment below and let us know what are your views for the same. If you find the session interesting, doing this will motivate me to make better content for you in the long run. So that's all for the day. Thank you and have a nice day.
That's all for the day, friends. I hope you enjoyed the session, and you can follow us on the YouTube channel, as well as apart from YouTube channel, you can go and follow us at Affairscloud Telegram channel. And if you have any queries related to the content or the of courses offered to you or the payment which you did on the application, you can contact us on the number provided, that is 7677333862. Apart from this, friends, you can follow us on the Facebook as well as on Instagram handle, that is Affairscloud_official. In the end, friends, if you use a code that is Vikas10, you will be getting an additional extra 10% discount by using this code Vikas10. Also, if you have any problem regarding the course purchase, any problem regarding to our application, you can contact us on the mobile number, that is 9677333862. And if you want to mail us, you can also mail us on support@affairscloud.com, and I assure you that our representative from us will be contacting you soon and resolving your issue.